What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by Autobahn. My name is Martin, and today I'm taking a look at this gorgeous creature, the Porsche 911 964, and in this case a Carrera 4. Now, we are the same age. We're both 36 years old from 89, and I think this is the most beautiful gen of 911 ever, and that's coming from a 992 owner, so I hope that's saying something. But my god, this thing is just the right amount of gorgeous. It is absolutely epic. I love the styling of it. I think it's modern enough to enjoy it without it getting tiring, and I think it's classic enough for the aesthetics, for the weight, for its coolness. It does have a certain amount of coolness, this car, and it's quite a large amount. So the 964, they made them from 1988 until 1994, and it's the third gen of 911. Now, after this came the 993, and it's always either this 997 or 993 that I think is the best looking gen of 911, but currently in this color I am completely convinced it's a 964. About 64,000 of these have been made, and a lot of them have been purchased by Singer, who of course did their resto modding with it. So at some point the 964 was just quite cheap. I remember that when I was 20 I studied in Amsterdam and had a little side hustle at the local Porsche center, and I really remember that a lot of people like imported them from Spain and from Scandinavia for like 15,000–20,000 euros, something like that. And after that the Singer resto modding thing took place, and then the prices just skyrocketed. I think currently they are a bit more affordable than they were a few years back, but it's quite hard to find a decent one. Now this is going on sale at Collecting Cars, and the owner kindly invited us to come and have a drive with it. I actually was at the Porsche center in Gelderland, where they maintain this car, where they store this car, and I was there for my own 911 because I had a little boost leak. And then you have the main dealership at Gelderland and you have the classic dealership. They are two separate buildings, and when you enter the classic dealership, it is just, there is magic in the air there. There is something in the air, or there's this aura of you wanting a classic Porsche. There even was a Mark 1 Panamera Turbo that I just wanted to have once I got in contact with it. It is just an epic ambience that they have over there. And what I love about this is that Porsche really embraces their classics, and more brands should do that. I mean, they have their own dealership just for the classics. Why isn't BMW doing that? A separate dealership for E60 M5s, E39 M5s, E30 M3s, stuff like that. I mean, those prices as well have gone up, so there is a market for it, I think. And Porsche is still developing parts for these cars. They're still producing parts and still developing, so I'll show you in the interior, because it comes with a certain infotainment system, which I think is just beautiful. Okay, so let's continue. You have these beautiful wheels, typical 80s 90s wheels, I would say. It's a 16-inch wheel, a 205 section. Yes, we are talking 911. It does have Y coding, so you can do 300 with these tires, which is quite remarkable. We're not going to do that. This car won't be able to do that because it's a Carrera 4 225 section rear tire, 16-inch, and oh, it's so tiny. I love it. I love the size, I love the weight, even though it's a little too heavy because it's a Carrera 4. A normal Carrera 2 is about 100 kilos lighter. That's quite a lot. Now the Carrera 4, let's start with the 4. Well, let's start with the Carrera. A Carrera is a 3.6 boxer 6, of course, code name M64, and it's 250 horsepower, 310 newton meters. Now, this was the first 911 to have ABS, power steering, and a four-wheel drive system. That four-wheel drive system basically is derived from the 959, legendary Porsche, of course, and it's quite a clever system. Very advanced, with electronically controlled hydraulic diffs and multiple sensors that can go wrong, but this one has been really well maintained. And if you have a 4, it's always a manual. That's also quite special. 0 to 100, 5.6 seconds, and this actually still does that. 260 kilometers an hour. That is actually quite fast for only 250 horsepower, right? Let's get in because it's just super cold. Oh, Jesus. Shut up. Okay, that's me being a child. Love the interior. Just look at that little pattern right there. It's like this wool. I love it. It really, it's so cozy in here. I'm not sure how to explain it, but yeah, since it's a 911, it does have a rear bench, which is actually quite handy, because if you just, oh, that's not the way it works. Because as you can see, there's quite a lot of space for a small child. I have 2 of those, so for me that's all very relevant. Okay, where did I leave the key? So beautiful dashboard with these 5 gauges right here, with the rev counter in the center. And you have these controls for the rear wing, which you can operate manually, but it also adjusts the level automatically. And you can control the four-wheel drive system right there. And as I said, this is a resto mod, retrofit, whatever you want to call it. It's a modern unit with a classic layout. This is original Porsche. Absolutely gorgeous. It's DAB radio, and you can connect your phone to it. You can stream media. It has a modern sat-nav system with this tiny little screen. It's no larger than, well, look at my iPhone and that screen. You don't need anything larger than this. Honestly, I know I sound like a grandpa, but you don't need a massive tablet in your car. You just don't. This is a driver's car and I love it. Just look at the way the fuel filler cap goes open. You just pull this and there it goes. How lovely is that? I freaking love that. You also have this little flap so that you don't damage the paint when you use the filler pistol. Oh, okay. But as I said in my intro, it is modern enough to just really use it as a 911 and not just as a fragile classic car. So yes, we are going to do the Autobahn today, and we are going to do a 0 to 100 run. We are going to do everything we normally do, because that's how you can drive this car. Beautiful. What a gorgeous sound. And the moment you get in this, this has been really well maintained, as I said, by the official Porsche Classic Center. And the owner has the invoices to prove it, that it has been maintained really, really well. But you really feel it once you get in it, so it doesn't feel like this old flimsy thing. It feels like a proper 911. It's done over 200,000, a little over 200,000 kilometers, but it feels really, really good. So I feel confident really pushing it, and I'm just amazed by the fact that it drives like something that's, what, 15 years old, but it's 36 years old. Okay, let's go for the best run until now. 6 seconds. That's actually the worst run up until now. So it's quite hard to really get that launch right because of the four-wheel drive system. It tends to bog down. Fastest I did was a 5.7, should do a 5.6. You can get it below 5.6 if you really nail it on the launch. Oh, what a good sound. And it's just 250 horsepower. I don't need any more than that to enjoy myself. Honestly, it's fast enough, really. Second gear, quite a tall gear. It's only a 5-speed, but what a machine. I really, really like this. Now you do feel that it's a Carrera 4, you have a lot of traction, and it's quite handy in this weather. You know, it's just a little above 0 degrees Celsius right now, and then I really feel confident having this Carrera 4. But you do really notice the difference because it's 100 kilos heavier. Yes, you do really feel that. And balance wise, it's very different compared to the Carrera 2, which I've also driven. That feels a bit more vivid, a bit more alive. This is a bit more how should I put this? Dragy. Let's call it Dragy. It doesn't have this vivid lightness that the Carrera 2 has. It always sort of goes in a good way. It's always there. It's just very different. Now, as I said, it is no slouch. We do have to bear in mind that we have 80s brakes on this car, so you know, doing hard stops from 250 kilometers an hour is something we really don't want to do today. But 100 to 200 I did around 14-15 seconds. That is honestly fast. This is 250 horsepower. That is quick. And I'm absolutely confident it's still performing the way it was when it left the factory in November 1989. That's how good this car is. This specimen. So if you want to own this little gem, I want to own it, but I just don't have the funds for it, or I would have to sell my own 911, but I'm not going to. Go check out Collecting Cars and make sure your bid is the winning one, and go freaking enjoy this thing. It is there to be enjoyed. It's not there to be stowed away. It's done way too many kilometers for that, so this is something to be enjoyed, and go and do that. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Go subscribe to the channel, check out this video, check out the playlist, and thank you for watching. Bye, guys.